Yonder spoilers reveal that Victor Newman, nicknamed Mustache, has always been a determined and decisive man. When he realized that Claire Grace might not be the best choice for his granddaughter's future, he decided to have a meeting with Kyle Abbott. Not just a simple social meeting, Victor knew exactly what he needed to do. At the familiar coffee shop, Victor sat across from Kyle, his sharp eyes not losing their seriousness over the years. Kyle, despite being an intelligent and confident person, still felt the pressure from the man opposite. Victor did not beat around the bush, he immediately went straight to the point. Kyle, maybe it's time for my granddaughter to change. Claire Grace might not be suitable for her future anymore. Kyle heard this, feeling an inner conflict rising. Claire Grace is an important part of his life, but he cannot deny that Victor's words contain many hard truths. Meanwhile, Billy Abbott is also preparing for an important confrontation with Adam Newman. The relationship between the two has not been harmonious for a long time, and this time, Billy is determined not to let Adam hurt anyone else in his family. When they meet at Newman Enterprises, the atmosphere is tense. Billy, with anger and worry clearly on his face, confronts Adam and says, "I will not let you continue to ruin people's lives, Adam. You must take responsibility for what you have done." Elsewhere, Nick Newman and Sharon Newman are having a tense time at the hospital when they receive bad news about Faith. When Daniel and Heather Stevens enter, Nick's face shows shock. He immediately asks, "Lucy had an accident?" Daniel replied with a worried look on his face, "She was here." "But why are you and Sharon here?" The atmosphere in the room became stifling, and a series of unanswered questions made everyone anxious. Are Faith and Lucy safe? How serious is the situation? The complicated relationship between Faith and Lucy. Amidst the tension and suspicion, the relationship between Faith and Lucy was becoming fractured. Although Lucy respected and wanted to be friends with Faith, Faith sensed that they were at different stages in life. "Lucy, I'm honored that you want to be my friend," Faith began. "But I have to be honest with you, I don't think we can be friends right now. We're at different ages and at different stages in life." This conversation made both of them feel the great difference between them. Lucy then asks Faith about her views on drinking, and whether Cassie's death has affected Faith's thinking. It's a sensitive question, but Faith, with her usual straightforwardness, answers honestly. Parental intervention. The tensions and troubles in Faith and Lucy's relationship have caused both sets of parents to become extremely worried. They begin to intervene, trying to forbid the relationship, fearing the potential consequences. They don't want to see their children drawn into problems they're not ready to face. Nick and Sharon are both heartbroken to see Faith in a difficult situation, while Daniel and Heather don't want Lucy to get hurt either. But is their parents' love and protection enough to stop these two young women from finding their own paths? Victor Newman, the most powerful man in Genoa City, has always known how to control things his way. He had spent decades in tense battles, not only in the business world but also in personal relationships. But this time, he realized that things were getting more complicated when it came to his niece. Claire Grace, who he had thought would be the ideal companion for her, might not be suitable anymore. Victor decided to meet Kyle Abbott, the young man he had considered part of the family. But he did not come just to talk casually. This meeting was a strategic move. As they sat across from each other in a quiet coffee shop, Victor's eyes were as sharp as they had been all those years ago. Kyle, despite his calm appearance, knew deep down that this meeting was not simple. Victor did not beat around the bush and went straight to the point. "Kyle, my niece, Claire Grace, may be time for a change." Kyle was surprised. He had always thought that the relationship between Claire and Victor's niece was an important part of his life. But with Victor's words, he couldn't help but think about what he said. Victor continued, his tone calm but strong, "I know this may be difficult, but when you think about her future, maybe a change is necessary." Subscribe to Yonder for more great Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates and news for you to read, so make us your favorite Yonder destination.